just to recap for you, Skilling faced 28 counts of conspiracy, fraud, and insider trading, guilty on all counts. Ken Lay, 6 counts of conspiracy, fraud, again, guilty. And we want to get some perspective now on this. Someone who's written extensively about really corporate corruption. He's author Joseph Finder, and he has a new book. We're really going to talk about that, but now we have the Enron verdict coming down for us, and really the timing couldn't be better as Joseph Finder joins us now. Here is the new book, Killer Instinct, and it talks, really the premise deals with corporate America, whether or not we can balance ambition and greed, and lo and behold, we get the Enron verdicts today. Let's start with those verdicts. What does this say about corruption in corporate America? Is this send a definite blow that, hey guys, you better, and gals, clean things up?
Yeah, you know, I think no. I think that in fact the blow was sent when the first news about Enron came out. I think that in fact it's really overstated. I think we tend to think in this country that Enron is sort of endemic, that sort of thing, that there is this kind of culture of corruption throughout the corporate world in America, and it's not true. There are a few bad eggs. There are greedy people. There are people who, in fact, are willing to go to extensive ends to cover up things. I think, in fact, this is a true minority in the corporate world. So, in fact, I don't know. I don't think I don't think there's that much to stem, that much corruption really to stem, frankly.
Well, that's good news on that front. Let's backtrack a little bit, get your reaction. You surprised they're found guilty on all counts?
No, I wasn't surprised. You know, I'm sitting here with you watching the verdict, and I was thinking to myself, how could they possibly find these guys innocent or not guilty? They didn't. The speed of the verdict indicated something, that in fact this was pretty much a slam dunk. The defense, Skilling's and Lay's defense, were, I thought, pretty weak. In Lay's case, he was really blaming auto pen. He had this kind of auto pen defense, which is, yeah, I may have signed documents authorizing personal loans to buy stock, but in fact, I didn't really sign them, a machine signed them. It's a weak argument. When Skilling argues that, in fact, you can't find me guilty of conspiracy because there was no conspiracy, that's also a weak argument. There was no conspiracy. There are documents, there are witnesses. It's huge. It's right out there in plain view.
We want to give the folks one update on this. Jeffrey Skilling, he was charged with insider trading, not Ken Lay, found not guilty on those counts. So just a quick clarification. Again, Joseph Finder's book, Killer Instinct, and you interviewed a lot of corporate executives for this book.
Right.
What were they saying as the Enron trial was coming to a head, basically?
Yeah, well, this is in fact something I talked to a lot of CFOs and CEOs about. Sarbanes-Oxley, this whole series of regulations, is in fact has weighed down a lot of people, taken up billions and billions of dollars.
What is that, real quick?
It's regulation requiring some really extensive reporting within corporations to make sure there is no corruption of an Enron sort. Sarbanes-Oxley is the bane of a lot of these CFOs' existence. I think it goes too far, but it does indicate, it's kind of a red flag. It's a warning to a lot of people within the financial aspect of the corporate world. You've got to be super careful, because things that even you do by mistake can be taken as conspiracy, or you can be found guilty for it. In fact, again, I don't think that this is endemic at all.
Well, good news on that front, I guess, that that is not as prevalent as we would like to think. But
I don't think it is. I think that Americans do tend to associate Enron with the corporate world, and they're not interchangeable. The Enron corruption was really kind of a one-off in many ways.
Okay. Well, Joseph Finder, we do appreciate your time. Again, well-timed for us. If the Enron verdict would come down, you would be on set for us to give us some really expert analysis. We appreciate your time. And again, the book, written by Joseph Finder, Killer Instinct, already getting some rave reviews. There it is. And Joseph Finder, we appreciate your time. Thanks again.
Thanks for having me.